Western Ukraine. In the early hours of the morning, the hum of drones has become more familiar to Russian troops than birdsong. Above the scorched plains of Donetsk and the tangled forest near Crimea, Ukrainian drones patrol the skies with growing precision, relentlessly hunting Russian positions. As the war enters its fourth year, Ukraine's military has radically transformed the battlefield with a massive increase in its use of drones, ranging from small, low-cost FPV first-person view quadcopters to advanced long-range strike UAVs. These aerial tools are no longer just for surveillance. They are now central to Kiev's strategy to weaken Russian manpower and logistics through high-tempo, targeted strikes. Ukrainian officials have emphasized the critical role of drones in achieving tactical dominance on the front. A senior officer in Ukraine's 92nd Mechanized Brigade, speaking on condition of anonymity, said, "Drones are our eyes and our scalpel. Every day we locate Russian movements, trench lines, supply drops, and we strike with precision. It's not just about firepower, it's about economy of force. We waste nothing." Ukraine's drone fleet has become increasingly autonomous, integrating AI-assisted targeting systems, electronic warfare resistance, and swarm tactics. These innovations allow them to operate even in heavily contested electronic environments. Footage shared on Ukrainian military Telegram channels shows how drones are used in real time to identify, track, and eliminate Russian infantry and vehicle movements. Operators, often working from mobile command posts miles away, coordinate with artillery units or deploy kamikaze drones to neutralize targets within minutes. One viral video from August shows a Russian soldier crawling through a trench before a Ukrainian FPV drone makes a sharp turn and dives directly into the position. These videos are not just psychological tools. They serve as battlefield reconnaissance, propaganda, and training material for new drone operators. Despite Russia's own advances in drone technology, it continues to lag behind Ukraine in terms of battlefield drone integration. Ukrainian forces, with Western backing and an agile domestic tech sector, have outpaced Russian efforts in both innovation and field deployment. Russian electronic warfare systems have achieved some success in jamming drone signals, but Ukraine's decentralized and adaptive drone command structures have proven resilient. The Russians are still using centralized control and outdated doctrines, says Alexander Kovalenko, a Ukrainian defense analyst. They are slow to adapt, and it's costing them men and machines. A large portion of Ukraine's drone fleet is produced by civilian tech startups or crowdfunded through online campaigns. Open-source drone designs and 3D printed components have made it possible for frontline units to rapidly field and replace drones lost in combat. One Kyiv-based startup, AeroHive, claims it can manufacture 200 FPV drones per day at a cost of under $500 each. These cheap, disposable drones are devastating when packed with explosives and flown into enemy positions. For drone operators, the war is both distant and personal. You feel like you're playing a video game, but then you see the explosion and remember it's real, says Mykola, a 24-year-old drone pilot from Kharkiv. It's not easy, but every strike means fewer of our soldiers dying. Ukraine has established specialized drone units within each brigade, with thousands of trained operators now active across the front. The military also runs drone schools where former IT workers, gamers, and engineers are retrained for digital warfare. As winter approaches, both sides are preparing for a renewed phase of attrition, but with Ukraine's drone fleet growing in sophistication and scale, its ability to wear down Russian forces without risking large numbers of troops could shift the strategic balance. Analysts warn, however, that drones are not a silver bullet. Supply lines, ammunition shortages, and manpower remain long-term challenges for Ukraine. But on today's battlefield, drones have given Kyiv a crucial edge. This is no longer a war of tanks, it's a war of tablets and joysticks, says military historian Pavlo Sokolov. And right now, Ukraine holds the advantage in the air, even if that air is just a few hundred feet above the ground. The main advantage of the Ukrainians here is their far superior ground lines of communication, enjoying a direct supply line from Kramatorsk and Ruzivka, functioning as central operating hubs for Ukrainian forces in northern Donetsk. Additionally, if we take a look at the topographic map, we can see that as the Ukrainian supply lines approach the front, they cross through several settlements in the valley between two hills. This blocks signals for Russian drones, who mainly rely on FPV-type kamikaze drones, instead of munitions dropped from drones. Russian fiber optics also still only makes up approximately 20% of FPVs used by the Russians, so the valley Ukrainians move through is largely protected against most Russian strikes. Buildings in the settlements and tree lines running along them offer additional concealment factors to Ukrainian infantry units passing through. The last major Ukrainian advantage is their extensive utilization of heavy drones like the Heavy Vampire and Baba Yaga variants.